The first leg of the first jackpot is the Soccer NE 15 FM 85 handicap for the girls, fillies and mares over 1100 metres on the poly track, as we will be all day on Wednesday, 1:10. I think if they run this race 4 times over, you'll get a different result every time.
Yeah, it looks impossible to call with any confidence. But you've got to make it a choice, and I've gone for Wiz of Odds. I've been following Gavin Van Zyl's filly. She's always there and thereabouts, but she's taken a 2-point drop in the handicap. Kyle Stradham takes 4 off again. She's got to get it right sometime, and this might be it.
Yes, she's lightly raced, and I'm not going to ignore her. I've included her. She's not my first choice. I certainly have included her. She's my third choice. Seldom far off, lightly raced, she's got ability, and I'm glad that the team have kept Kyle Stradham on, because he's obviously learnt from her last time, and the draw naturally is a concern, but she's alive and she's a runner, there's no doubt about that. That's who your first choice is. We're different in our first choices. I've gone with number 7, Clock Stopper. This is where I think Waiho Mawing's day could start, but with no degree of confidence. The last run was at Greyville on the poly over 1,000 metres, drawn very wide, and ran an excellent race second to Yas. There's been 7 runners, 1 winner out of that form line. There was a race in Gauteng the other day, Andrew, when the ambulance driver got involved, as you'll remember, and caused all the havoc.
Yeah.
And this horse actually won that race, because the first half of the field pulled up, the other half...
The 2-horse race in the end.
Yes, and Clockstopper won, and won well, and had a good gallop in preparation for this race. So, yeah, this Time Thief, very well named filly, I think could win. But again, she's an 8-to-1 shot. She's value each way. No degree of confidence, because it is a tough race. Then you've gone for Extravagant to run second. Tony Riverland's horse, encouraging again to see Sean Veal stuck with this horse.
Yeah, and I think Dive Captain, who's also in this race, is a fair sort of a horse, but one's drawn 2, the other one's drawn 12, which could make all the difference.
Then you've got...
Sorry. Yeah, well, I was just saying, looking at the betting, it's 5-to-1 bar. It's wide open.
Wide open. Then your third choice is Beat It, who's taken a huge drop in the... Well, not a huge drop, but has dropped in the rating from a 94 down to a current 83. Pole position, has had some bad draws to overcome. Yeah. But I'm disappointed in her, to call a spade a spade. She's let me down before, but I just think her rating was too high, that's all.
Yeah, possibly. And I think last time out she was drawn 12 out of 12, which may have affected her. But she ran close-ups third to Lanier, and Lanier's pretty useful. If she can reproduce that sort of form, I think she'll go close.
A horse like Hop, Skip and Jump, if she had to rear off the hat-trick, I wouldn't be shocked. She has taken a £6 penalty for her last win. That might be a small concern, but it's difficult. It's difficult. It's
yeah, we got Ginger Biscuit going for her 10th win. She's always game.
Absolutely.
9-year-old mare. Tubbs Gomedi's on.
Before we wrap this one, absolutely, I'm glad you touched on Ginger Biscuit, because in her last 2 starts she's had to carry 61 with no claim, obviously, from DeMello, 63 with obviously no claim from DeMello. In her last start she was drawn 10 out of 12. On Wednesday she's drawn positively. She gets 53 minus Tubbs's weight allowance.
50 and a half.
If she had to motor home and win, I wouldn't be shocked.
No, I wouldn't. I would definitely put her in, because she's always thereabouts, always game.
Ginger Biscuit looking for her 10th, and she could certainly achieve that.